Did you know that the current day model of supported living began in Cardiff? The remarkable story of how a friendship between a university student and a man with Down syndrome led to an end of institutionalised care is now being brought to the stage. Nicola Bryan reports.
Back in the 1970s, Alan Duncan, a young man with Down syndrome, fulfilled a lifelong dream: to be in a band. A few years earlier, this kind of independence would have been unthinkable for Alan. Since childhood, he had lived in an institution, Cardiff's Ely Hospital. In 1967, the hospital was embroiled in a scandal that shocked the nation when the News of the World uncovered endemic maltreatment of its patients.
There was an excessive use of sedatives on the children. There were only 2 staff on duty at any given time, and the children's clothes were filthy and stinking.
Jim Mansell and a small group of his university friends decided they wanted to help, so set up Cardiff University Social Services.
Jim Mansell went in there at the age of 19, saw the hospital for the first time. 2 weeks later, he called a meeting and asked for the hospital to be closed down. And that is the beginning of this extraordinary story.
In 1974, Jim and 2 other volunteers invited Alan and 4 other Ely Hospital patients to move in with them. Adrian lived and volunteered at the house.
We would have fantastic nights. I can remember one night in particular when we all just got the pillows out and we're just having a pillow fight and a wrestle on the floor. And, you know, and these were people who 5 years before, 6 years before, had been living in total isolation in a horrible institution with no friends, no laughter.
It was at this unassuming house, 12 Ruthin Gardens in Cathays, that a new way of caring for people with learning disabilities was pioneered. While the students were at their lectures, Alan and his friends would attend training, getting jobs and eventually independence. The house was replicated, group homes sprung up throughout the UK, leading to the closure of 96 institutions. Now the story is being told in a new production, Housemates at Cardiff's Sherman Theatre.
It doesn't like being inside the hospital. Our doctors, our nurses are horrible. And he doesn't really like it.
But he loves the house.
But he loves the house, yeah.
The play's writer, Tim Green, says it's a story that simply had to be told.
It's had a legacy absolutely around the world, and it's changed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people in Britain, but millions of people around the world.
Alan died in 2009 and Jim in 2012, but decades on, the legacy of their experimental living arrangement continues to change lives.
It's quite a story, that.